What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with a recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville, the reunion part 3, honey. So let's get off into it. Before we get off with the review, you guys, just to let you guys know, I am still working on the Married to Medicine series. That has not gone anywhere. I am still, behind the scenes trying to piece that together. So that is for, the members. So that is coming. And the rest of the bonus content for the members, that will be coming soon as well. So stay tuned, because, honey, you don't want to miss it. Okay? But anyways, honey, the review, not the review, the reunion picks up where it left off last week with Destiny and Kimmie. And we see Destiny getting an attitude with Kimmie because Kimmie is speaking up about how Destiny moves in scenes. Destiny doesn't want to share her life. Kimmie feels like production puts a lot of pressure on her to get words out of Destiny, and nothing still works. And what I see with Destiny is she wants to stay on the show. She keeps talking about, well, they'll see more, next season. Carlos, I don't think this woman should get another chance. Okay, she has a bad attitude. I told y'all that interview she did with Mr. Anthony. I forgot his last name, but I put it in the community tab. She has such a nasty attitude with him. She kept playing with her baby and kept acting like a toddler runs her. She's always making excuses. When you are that type of person, you are unprofessional to me. That interviewer took time out of their busy schedule to interview you. I don't want to hear this bullshiggity about, oh, he's just a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber that wanted to give you another chance, and you ruined it, and you blamed everything on your baby. You actually ended the interview early, and I felt like that was rude. Like, who does that? Destiny does that. Destiny does that crap on the show. You also be all on your Instagram live with Moses and showing your real life on there, and then when it gets to the show, oh well, Moses, he couldn't come, some unforeseen circumstances came up, and girl, all you got is excuses. Okay, she is serving Kim Zolciak season 5, honey, of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, remember when Kim didn't want to go out of town with the girls? Okay, and Nene said if she was the right bitch, she would just come out and say that. That is what Destiny is giving. And Carlos, honey, Destiny is a beautiful woman, but like I keep telling y'all, being beautiful is not enough. Okay, Giselle Bryant, same for you as well. This is a job. If Kimmie can get on here talking about her cancer and all of, the stuff that she's going through because she has this new illness in her life, if she can do it, you most certainly can do it. And I feel like Destiny has a lack of work ethic. I don't care about all her accomplishments, honey, because I seen a little interview she did with Courtney and Eddie talking about she was an actress and, she, been in all these movies, and you just don't serve hard worker to me, Destiny. You serve pretty girl, and my looks is, gonna make life easier for me. And honey, the barbecue sauce wasn't falling for that, and we the people, we not here for that either. Okay, run away from me with this. Okay. Carlos asked Destiny, has any of your castmates met your man? And Carlos was like, in person. Okay, because Tisha yelled out FaceTime. Okay, and Destiny got to saying, Stormy's husband, has met him, and I think Tiffany and Big Lou, they don't even count. Are they even on the show anymore, girl? Child, like Destiny, I don't know what to think of you. Another thing, guys, I'm very suspicious of when it comes to Destiny is, all of these claims of Melody using her credit to rent out cars. And like, why you didn't tell us that when Melody blasted you on Carlos's King, his night show, and she said she helped to pay your electric bill, or, better yet, she gave you money, for your shutoff notice, right? So, like, why you didn't put all her stuff out there then? That would have been the perfect time. You did interviews around that time. You actually was on Carlos King's show, his night show, and you could have put that stuff out there then, but you was acting like you so mature, you're not going to blast her. You should have did all that stuff then. You putting stuff out here now, it just looks a bit suspicious. And then Melody has Miss Van, she has her brother, she has a lot of people in her life to, help her out financially that are doing well themselves. So it's like, why would she take a few dollars from you who was struggling and who was on assistance? I'm just saying, make it make sense. Something is not clean, honey, in the buttermilk when it comes to that story. That is just me. Carlos gets on Destiny about, well, you still in this long distance relationship with Moses, and Destiny was like, yeah, I'm working on that in therapy. Are you having these long distance relationships on purpose? What is that about? Okay, because you really don't need to do whatever you did with the barbecue sauce, because that was just jacked up. Y'all had that baby and you ended up, divorced like that. He filed for divorce. And honey, Miss Robinson got another video coming, honey. Okay, where I see Miss Destiny, honey, crying, crying over the barbecue sauce and how he left her, stranded, just left her destitute, honey, after she had that baby. She said it was embarrassing. She lost Melody as a friend. So you're so emotional on this interview that I seen you in. It was another interview she did, you guys. But when we get on the show, yeah, I don't care about Melody. Yeah, I'm ready to move on. Yeah, like, you are so insincere. Like, you are so inconsistent. You are. And that's why, Destiny, a lot of people, they don't take you seriously. We don't know what to believe. The truth would, set you free, honey, okay? And the truth needs no proof. How you doing? And you don't give that. You give, I don't know. It's like she tries to put on a front, you guys, for the show. And then on some of these interviews, she want to cry and, really say how she really feels. And honey, that just, doing that just make you look like you got a lack of integrity. I'm sorry. Stuff just don't match up. But that's why you over there with Miss Codependent, because she ain't got her own brain. Okay? Birds of a feather, honey. So Destiny, gets to talking with Carlos, and, Carlos is telling her what the fans really want to hear, more of your life, and, they want you to share more. And Destiny says, come on, open book. And then Carlos was like, oh, okay, open book. And then here this broad go. I told y'all, for every lie she tells, she got an excuse too. Because here she go, as much as I can. And then the music... The music changed. Kimmy kind of rolled her eyes. Honey, Miss Robinson caught it. Okay, they can't fool me. And Carlos got annoyed. Go back and watch it. Go back and watch. Carlos was like, honey, you are on the chopping block, honey. You want to be back on that EBT? Okay, shit, better get it together, baby. So we get to Destiny and Melody segment of, their friendship and how it went down the wrong road, honey. They played their package. So Carlos asks Melody what happened to the point to where Melody you and Destiny are not on speaking terms. Melody explains that Destiny did an interview where she lied about how long Melody was there for her, and that really pissed Melody off and made her not want to deal with Destiny. I believe Melody, guys. I don't want to hear nobody saying, well, you just a male supporter. And no, I'm being objective. I'm just looking at this show for what it is, honestly. And from Destiny's behavior, I'm going to talk to you all about human behavior. Everybody can be lying on you. That's why it's very important to watch how you speak and have relationships with everybody. And the fact that this girl is so unprofessional in some of these interviews, she's so inconsistent in terms of her character. She's not mature. She has a lot of growing to do. I really feel for little Law, honey. I do. Because it's really bad when you are born to a parent that doesn't take accountability and responsibility for their actions. So, yeah. Melody had every right to shy away from her because of that. I also heard from Miss Van that Destiny had lied about how long Melody visited with her, because Melody was actually coming to comfort her because I guess Destiny had received some bad news. So Carlos asked Destiny, where do you think things went wrong with your communication with Melody? You know, from the time of the last reunion, they talk about, well, Destiny talked about how when she was in LA, she was talking to Tisha about Melody, and Destiny tried to make it look like, well, Melody was listening in on our conversation. Girl, it really don't matter, okay? It really don't, because you shouldn't be talking about a so-called friend or somebody you trying to get back cool with somebody you know that don't like them, which is Tisha. She is a very jealous bitch. I'm just gonna put it out there, like I have already stated a million times. Tisha is very jealous of Mel. Tisha always tries to act like, well, I always wanted them to get back on the best of terms, and I always this, and girl, save it. And that same SHIT Tisha that you doing with Destiny, talking about Mel behind her back, you can't get mad at Melody and Kiki when they get together, because you're doing the same thing, but you will never own that. Okay? Carlos asked Destiny, so was you talking about Mel behind her back with Tisha? And Destiny fumbled, like before she responded. That lets me know you're lying. Okay, and then Destiny said, I want Melody to repeat what she heard. And then Melody said, girl, we didn't already had this conversation. I'm not into, rehashing this. I'm over it. Now, a lot of people may say that, well, Melody is being manipulative because she's not directly answering the question. But I'm with Melody on this, and I'm going to tell y'all why. I'm not into rehashing anything with a person that lies, with somebody that is insincere, with somebody that's over there smirking, making faces, not respectful, which is Destiny. Like, look at how she was acting, you guys. She was acting like a kid on that stage. It was crazy. And you don't really want to engage further with a person like that, because they're toxic, they're negative, they're on the chopping block and they know it. Okay, she knows it. You want to leave people like that alone. Now, supposedly, Destiny brought Mel's tea to the reunion about how Melody was using her credit to, rent cars, and Melody hadn't allegedly returned a car, and, supposedly she said all of that at the reunion, but they did not play it. So that's interesting. So as Destiny is talking and explaining her lies, honey, Tisha said somebody needs a storyline. Tisha, shut your jealous ass the F up. Okay? Be quiet. This is the first reunion where you actually look decent. Okay? I guess they dragged you from the other reunions, honey. You was looking like a tired ass backup singer, honey. That's what you was looking like last year's reunion and the other one before that, honey. Okay, you was just there, honey. Okay, so you sit over there and you eat your kibbles and bits with a big toenail head. So, like I said, Carlos had asked Tisha, were you guys talking about Melody? Did you say anything about Mel, Tisha? And here go Tisha. Well, I actually was telling Destiny that, she should talk with Mel because Mel was looking real sad, during that segment with Martell. And, I think she talking about that part last year at the reunion where he probably was talking about coleslaw and I don't know. Y'all remember Mel kind of had her head down, honey. What I want to point out to you all is what she brought up, which is what I've told you all. I told y'all this woman is obsessed with Melody's unhappiness. She loves seeing Mel in pain. Okay? And she took great pleasure in gossiping with a former friend of Mel's. Okay? Even when Carlos asked Melody, do you believe what Letitia is saying? And Melody was like, no, I don't believe any of it. Because, like I told y'all, if somebody is jealous of me, they don't wish me well. They're good at putting on a front. Okay, but Tisha is the type of person that throws rocks and hides her hands. She tries to play the victim, okay, and she wants everybody to feel sorry for her and take her side. That is why her and Kimmy have had many a falling outs, honey, on this show, because Kimmy would not acquiesce and back down and do what she wanted her to do. Tisha goes in and further exposes herself and says she feels like Mel is evil and has a dark soul. I love how Melody got her together and said, well, you should be so happy I am up out your life because, I have a dark soul, a bad spirit. I'm a bad person. You should be so happy. So Melody says you should be thanking God every day that the dark soul is up out your life. And Tisha said, I'm not going to thank God for that. Girl, you cannot handle an argument, honey, with Miss Melody Cherie. You're not on her level, okay? She is Mike Tyson and you are a Girl Scout, honey, okay? And she knocked you right on out. So, yeah, I think everybody on that stage, if they're honest, they could see the jealousy that Tisha has for Mel. And why would you say to somebody, you're so evil, you're so mean, you're beautiful on the outside, but you're just, oh my God. And then she tried to sit up there and say, all Mel do is talk about her. All you do is talk about her. Okay, that's what you're over there doing with Destiny. What did I tell y'all? She don't own nothing, but she want Mel to own everything. That's why Mel is paying these people dust. Okay, because they are not fair opponents. They don't take any responsibility or accountability for their behavior. And that's why she was shut down, you guys, like a computer. Okay, and I would have been too. I'm not going to keep giving you energy and you don't admit to your faults. Carlos asks Destiny, do you feel like Melody, has a dark soul? Destiny says, I think the things that she does is very dark. Like when she exposed the fact that she gave me $6,000 to pay my light bill. And that was because, guys, Destiny, remember, was going around saying Mel was a bad friend. And I told y'all during that time, I didn't think that that was right that Mel did that, because I feel like when you do things for people, you should be quiet about it. But Destiny girl, just Miss Robinson really tried to be objective with this, especially at that time. I can't be objective with you no more because I've seen such bad behavior from you and you lie so much. So I kind of see why a person would be like, you know what, I did this for you. I did that for you. Okay? Because you'll sit up there and act like a person ain't never did nothing for you. Okay, so you have a dark soul too, and I'm getting some jealousy from you as well. Okay, that's why you over there with Tisha. Okay, and y'all playing this game of enemy of my enemy is a friend of mine. That's what you all are doing, and I think Stormy is gonna join in on that game, and I hope she doesn't. Or she can leave the show too. I don't give a damn about her hair care sales. I don't want to see another negative, toxic bitch on this show coming up against Mel. We don't need that. We already got 2 haters in the group. We don't need a third. And Stormy, honey, you need to check your mammy, because she out of control. Okay, she be acting like a chihuahua, honey, okay, in them YouTube streets, doing them interviews, okay, with Miss Wanda, okay, after they done had a night out at the local hole in the wall, honey, okay? So Destiny gets to going off on Mel about how, when Mel put out there she gave her that money, Melody painted a one-sided picture of, she's always there for Destiny. And see, that's where we could have heard where Destiny was saying about her, using her credit to help Mel out. Like, why didn't they play that right there? But yeah, Destiny didn't like that picture of her struggling and Mel always being there for her. And I'm like, Destiny, you got on here and lied again, because you tried to make it look like Melody said she gave you $5,000-$6,000 for your bills to just flat out help you survive, when really she mentioned you had a shut-off notice. Okay, so that's what that is. We gotta be clear, mama. Okay, we gotta have the facts. And even if you notice, guys, Carlos was getting a little impatient with Destiny during this time as well, because she liked to put words in people's mouths, honey. And when you do that, honey, okay, you are the author of confusion. Okay? Destiny also mentioned, y'all remember that business deal with Melody's friend, and I guess the person backed out, didn't want to do business with her. She blamed Melody for that. Melody said, I can't control, who wants to do business with you. Destiny girl, the person probably saw your damn character. Okay, and saw how you was doing these interviews. That's why I really feel like you need to be on your P's and Q's in these interviews to show people I'm positive, I'm accountable for my behavior, stop lying by omission, leaving stuff out, adding stuff in, stop trying to get people to feel sorry for you. You deflect a lot. Get a babysitter for your baby. Like, he shouldn't be on the live pulling your damn hair. Like, girl, get it together. Carlos ends up bringing up that a lot of fans suspect some inappropriate behavior between Destiny and Martell. And long story short, Melody, put out there that Destiny would be on the phone with Martell at 1 a.m. and at 5 a.m. I'm like, oh, that is inappropriate. And Melody says she felt a way because at the time, Destiny's ex, La Barbecue Sauce, was acting like a headache, like Martell. And she said, we're bonding over that, but yet you always telling me my ex is calling you, and he's on the other line. And see, a lot of people said that, that is really what put the nail in the coffin with this friendship because, let's be honest, okay? Let's bring it back to human behavior, okay, ladies? You're not going to stay friends with somebody that is telling your ex things about you, okay? You can't ever move on from your ex-husband if venting to a girlfriend and she's really chummy with your ex and she's always telling you, your ex is on the other line and let me talk to him, and she's telling him all your business, and don't nobody want to be bothered with that. So Destiny accused Melody of hacking Martell's phone, and Melody flipped it and said, no, actually, it was Martell that hacked her phone. I believe Melody because we have seen Hook-Headed's behavior with just the custody situation. Didn't he buy the kids' phones and stuff? And so, yeah, I can look. That's a damn shame. I could already see Hook-Headed committing, such an offense. Okay, I can see it. Okay, like this man is obsessive. This man has interrupted Melody's date at one time. We have his narcissistic, controlling behavior, like we got it all throughout the show. Okay, we got the seasons of Love and Marriage Huntsville to back up such a claim. So I believe Melody, I don't see her trying to hack his phone. Why would she want to, be bothered with him and what he got going on? I could definitely see him knowing that they are divorced and she's going to move on and, get her a new man. And Melody called Martell's shoes ugly and the camera points at them. Carlos asked Destiny, do you want to reconcile your relationship with Melody? Destiny said no. Carlos asked Stormy, now that you're kind of hearing all of this about, Melody and Destiny and, the rest of some of the cast, how does that make you feel about your relationship with Melody? And Stormy basically says she has not had any issues with Melody, because she is new and she feels like Melody had, some long-term relationships with the cast. She feels like they have had, really in-depth things that have happened in the friendship over the years. And she just said what her and Mel has is new, but Stormy, honey, your mother is on 20, okay? And it look like you co-signing her bullshiggity. So I don't know, Stormy, honey, if we can really trust what you saying. Okay, y'all put down in the comments how y'all felt about what Stormy had to say about this. Do you think she's a new hater of Melody? It looked like Destiny and Stormy are real cool, honey. They chummy. Miss Betty actually liked Destiny. I played y'all the audio. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. So Martell starts up with his smear campaign of Melody and gets to interrupting her saying, retreat now, because it's coming. It's coming. And like I've been telling y'all, Martell keeps trying to paint this picture of Melody is difficult. She can't get along with anybody. Stormy mentioned that, when you are good friends with somebody, y'all may have y'all issues, but it's all about you all working those issues out. And I agree, but some people are not worth working certain relationships out with. Okay, they're not working, they are not worth that. So that's why Melody has cut so many people off. I'm kind of the same way. I'm a water sign like her. We ain't got time for that bullshiggity. We are about our business. And Martell, shut up. You so manipulative. You don't want Melody to have any friends. You want to paint her as a bad person, you need to quit, okay? And you need to quit with this fake relationship with Sheree. I don't know, you guys. His relationship or situationship, honey, I should say, with Sheree, it really pisses me off because it's so fake and it's clout chasing, at its finest for the both of them, honey. Okay, on the first floor. Martell gets to saying, I forgive people. I'm still friends with people. I got 20 plus relationships. Don't none of that mean nothing. Let me tell y'all a little something about human behavior, especially with these niggas on the first floor. These men on the first floor, a lot of times they get along so well with their mother because they have not cheated on their mother. They have not physically abused their mother. They have not, committed any emotionally abusive acts towards their mother, okay, towards their sister, towards their brother, people in their family. So, of course, all of those type of people are going to have a favorable opinion of them because they have not caused any of those people the amount of pain that they have caused you. You have to look at it like that, guys. There is a reason why Melody can't stand Hook-headed. Because of all the pain he has caused her. There's a reason why she can't stand Tisha, because Tisha is a jealous witch. She is, while she was over there nodding her head to what Hook-headed was saying. So they all need to quit. Most of them are showing that they are extremely jealous of Melody. It's disgusting. It's deplorable. And I see why, Melody was very much so giving honey, Miss Nene Leakes on that stage, just kind of looking around and just there to collect her check. Because she's sick of the foolishness. Okay? And I would be too. Martell says that if Melody ever forgives anybody, he will tell them, don't trust her forgiving you because that means that Melody just wants something from you. Oh, child. He got a lot of nerve. Even Carlos was looking at him like, nigga, stop playing with us. Okay? Just throw the whole nigga away. Okay? Ugh. Woo! Melody read Martell, baby, for filth. She said, God is my source and has been, and I don't need nothing from you. Okay? And he has always been my source, honey, since I left your dusty ass. I said, come on, Miss Melody Cherie. Say it with your chest, sis. Okay, the people on the first floor, honey, they didn't hear you. Stormy looked at, she looked at Martell and was like, ouch. Ooh. See, I told y'all can't keep trying to get in the ring, honey, and come up against Iron Mike, honey. Okay, Mike Tyson. That's what Melody, honey, was giving, honey, and I was here for it. Ooh, child. And Martell, honey, couldn't say nothing. Okay, got your ass, Mr. Postman. Carlos says it's nice that Stormy and Destiny was able to mend their friendship, and Destiny said that's what real people do. Destiny, you're a user. I say that because I have played several audio pieces on my channel. I have seen interviews where you always imply that you want to work with Stormy. And you want to work with her because she's super successful and she's kind of in the field that you are in. And Stormy, honey, all I have to say to you is tread lightly. Cause y'all gonna have another blow up. This girl has a nasty attitude and she's the one, in my opinion, with the dark soul. Okay. So these two, honey, they gonna end up falling out, honey. Okay, Melody, honey, was rolling her eyes and sucking her teeth at that, and I'm with Melody because it's just like I don't like the dynamics of this show and where it's going. This whole an enemy of my enemy is a friend of mine, and you got all this stuff with Stormy and her mammy. Now, Melody did an interview, or not so much an interview, but she did a live with Bondi Blue where she said we're going to see her and Stormy interacting and kind of working out their issues, or, so she really didn't say much on that live about that. But yeah, I'm interested in what went wrong with them. A lot of people are saying that Melody is just upset that Stormy is over there kicking it with the Scotts and with Destiny, and she don't like them. And, Melody is very territorial. Put your comments, guys, in the comment section on how you feel about that. They also get to talking about Melody's brother watching the kids. Carlos asks Martell, well, do you have a problem with her brother because he's gay? Martell said no. It's the fact that, Melody met Marcus when she was a teen. Shut up, Martell. Okay? You do have an issue with the fact that man is watching your children and he is gay. Just tell the truth and shame the devil. Even Carlos, I don't think he believed that or like that. They get to talking about how Melody has all these babysitters, over 24 babysitters. And, Melody, mentioned that it was mainly her mom and aunt that kept the kids, and her brother did keep the kids one time at her house. And my whole thing is this: when I have my children, don't you dare worry about who the hell is watching them. Because when she called your big head ass to watch the kids, I'm pretty sure you're not answering the phone. You don't want to do it. Okay, I told y'all I have experienced that. I ended up throwing up my hands because I'm not going to allow no narcissistic devil to stop my life. Okay? And, Melody is the same type of way. So, for him to say, yeah, she should call their dad first to see. No, you keep trying to incorporate yourself in all facets of her life because you want control, because you feel bitter that you messed up your family and messed up your marriage. That's your problem. Nobody told you to stick your penis in that squirrel face looking broad. Okay, you chose to do that. You got to deal with the consequences. Then he get his fake ass up there trying to cry. I was rolling my eyes and sucking my damn teeth. Not a tear came out. Tisha was trying to give him some tissue, trying to help him out, and he, nah, leave me alone. And just what Carlos said was true about Martell. Martell tries to bottle up all of his emotions and tries to act a lot tougher than what he really is, and it will be better for him to just really say his true feelings and really let it out. But no, he likes to, be manipulative and cover it up and, try to put up this tough exterior like he don't really feel the way that he do. Because listen, when you are sad and you need to cry. Okay? And that's why men kill me when they be like, well, growing up, we was told not to cry. And ain't nobody in your damn ear every day of your life now telling you not to cry. So cry. It's so many men, you guys, like Martell out in the world. And it's like, y'all need to quit with that. Stop making all these excuses. People is giving you an open forum to cry. I think Mel tried to comfort him in a counseling session I guess they was having at one point for the kids, and he pushed her away. What are you doing? Okay? I wouldn't have comforted you at all. Because, honey, my heart wouldn't feel anything for this devil. He's did too much dirt, you guys. He really has. For me to even feel sorry for him. Melody is a good one. You know, she was up there crying, I guess, you know, feeling bad that their family has broken up. But like I said before, you know, they were very young when they got married. And I just felt like that was way too young. Maybe in your 30s, but you know, you can't tell people, you know, when they get married. People do things when they want to. But like I said, I don't think neither one of them had really fully dated other people and lived life. And you really have to do that in your 20s. Honey, I'm sorry, but when Carlos started crying, honey, that was a great TV moment. Okay, I think we all felt that. He began crying and, you know, getting emotional about how he feels like Martell is still in love with Melody. I think the loss of Melody will haunt Martell for the rest of his life. And I'm going to say this. If you want your ex-wife back, I'm not at all saying, you guys, she should go into the burning house. I'm not saying that. But my thoughts is this. If I wanted my ex back, I wouldn't keep pissing them off. I would make life easy for them. I would be a great co-parent. I would be so easy to just deal with. I really would. I wouldn't be out here dating no Sheba, no Ray, whatever that is over there, honey. Okay? And he's mainly dating Sheree because she's on Bravo, right? Not because of her personality, honey. They can miss me with that. But, like, if you truly wanted your ex-wife back, right? She's the love of your life. You felt like she got away. Why keep putting her through so much hell? And I feel like he does that. And the reason why a lot of men do that is because they are very controlling. A lot of you all don't know how to love. Control is love to a lot of you all. I feel like a lot of y'all feel like putting your woman through all this pain, chaos, drama, and confusion. That is your way of showing that you love her. And that is not love. I feel like a lot of black men, and Martell is the poster child of this, are broken. You guys do not go to therapy. You don't do your work. Therefore, you don't become better. So you make excuses. I saw something online where he said he apologized to Melody over and over again, but there's no changed behavior. See, when you really feel bad about how you treated somebody, you don't keep reenacting the same type of behavior over and over again. Y'all wouldn't be in court over custody of the children. You would come together with her in a peaceful way. You would make her life easier to live. But instead, all you do is put up barriers between you all. So you're going about this the wrong way. And a lot of our black men are not masculine, in my opinion, anymore, because why do a lot of you all, it's like y'all dick get hard, putting your woman through pain, disrespecting her. I think so many of you all associate that with manhood, and that is not being a man at all. It is the opposite. Okay? You're acting like a Mitch. And y'all need to quit with that. A woman respects a man, a man. A lot of you all have penises, but you give off vagina energy. And it is not cute. Martell begins talking about he does regret a lot of the things that he put his family through. I'm gonna say this. I feel like Melody and Martell still love each other. With the amount of emotion I saw on the stage, it's still there. And that's okay. That will probably never leave, right? Because I think that they were probably the first true loves of each other. Um, I still have a lot of love in my heart for my first love. He's moved on with his life, so I really do get it. Um, but like Mel said, they have been divorced for what, over 2 years now. It's time to move forward. There are children involved, and they have to let go of the past. And I agree with that. Carlos begins this speech about, when women are on shows like this, they money comes up and they come up, and, they are oftentimes married and they still need to hold their man down, and a man still wants to feel wanted and needed. Now, guess who was over there shaking their head? Okay, like a dog. Letitia. Okay. Melody said that's not the case in her situation. She still cooked. They was having sex, creating all these kids. They had all these businesses together. She never left him behind, and, did a lot of stuff with him. And I agree with Melody. A lot of their ventures were together. They were always a family about everything. And I get where Carlos is coming from. I really do understand that. I do understand that a man has to be wanted and needed, but I think the problem with a lot of men is y'all egos. And you want someone to cater to your ego all the time. Like I said, a lot of you all have a first floor mentality. And ladies, you are never going to have a successful relationship with a broken man that refuses to do his work. That's what that comes down to. Okay, nobody is perfect. I get people make mistakes. But Martell is a broken man. And like Melody said, there was nothing she could do to get him to stop cheating. That is something, that he chose to do. And in my opinion, he never really fully committed back to his marriage. Because I'm going to say this. When you're a man and you are attracted to a woman that is broken, and I know I tease Ariane about, how she looked, but I'm not talking about her looks right now. I'm just going to say her as a person. She just doesn't seem like a very nice person. She is another one that lacks accountability and responsibility and all of those other things. I'm just saying, like, if you are a man that has your ish together, you wouldn't even be attracted to a woman like Ariane. A lot of these women that you all are attracted to lack in character, lack in integrity. They're not honest. They're not loyal. So your woman is a reflection of you. So for you to cheat with somebody that is below your wife, that lets your wife know that's where you are at. You are on the first floor. This is not about me taking up for Melody. This is so much bigger than Melody and Martell. This is life. This is human behavior. A lot of who we get into a relationship with is a reflection on us. It really is. Not all the time, but sometimes it is. And that's why we have to be very careful, ladies, who we are in relationship with. Because a lot of these men are actors. They will pretend to be confident. And, the first couple of years and maybe the last couple of years you with them, you see the low self-esteem. You see the self-doubt. You see he's not willing to go to therapy. You see that he is lazy in terms of going to therapy and really becoming a better human being, not a better provider, because that's what most of them do. They always go for the superficial first, which is making more money. Okay, and making more money does not help a man's character. A man has to work on his character in therapy. I don't want to hear about, well, yeah, I go to church. I've been around a lot of men that go to church, and after I was around them, there was nothing about them that represented God. I am not playing. Some of these men were violent. They were negative. They were aggressive. They were controlling. They were not good people. So just because somebody say that they go to church, that don't mean nothing. Okay? A person's character, you will see it after being in proximity with them, over the years. It will always play out. Okay? And we see a lot of times in these relationships and marriages, the mask, it drops. And that evil person that you are with, you like, who the hell is this? Okay, well, you started out like Prince Charming and now you Frankenstein. Okay, that's because that man was putting on an act so he could win you, which is what a lot of men do. Okay, they don't know how to fully be themselves. What they will try to do is blame society, blame the white man, tell you about how when they was growing up, people said I couldn't cry and really couldn't be myself. Why are you still talking about something from when you was a kid? What about now? A lot of them are not even in the present moment. They live in the past. Just pay attention, guys, to their conversation. Child, they got the Whitlows on here. Shout out to Dustin, who Carlos did that interview with. And honey, Dustin said that Tiffany came out looking like one of the Bells. And I agree. Tiffany, you need a stylist because you look way older than what you should. I think you're younger than me. And girl, you look like you could be Miss Robinson's mother. That's the problem, Tiffany. You're a beautiful woman. Louis is handsome. You guys, I think they need to go. There is something very frivolous and disingenuous about them. I was uninterested in both of them when they showed their behinds with Dr. Francis. And y'all know Dr. Francis is Miss Robinson's boy, honey. I love that man, okay? I didn't like the lack of accountability that they had when they were at that retreat. I wish they would have talked more about that because to me, it's like they don't know how to be responsible for their character on the show. We already have a Destiny that lives out that role. We don't need two other people taking up space. I'm just saying. Tiffany is full of bullshiggity, honey. Tiffany, girl, run away from us, okay, please. They actually did talk about the Dr. Francis situation. Tiffany said that she felt like she was judged by Dr. Francis. She felt like he never asked us, how long we've been married or, is this our second marriage? Girl, you sound smart to somebody dumb. What the hell does that have to do with anything? That ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China. That man was there observing your character and you don't want to be called out because you don't plan on doing nothing about your behavior. Okay, you or your husband. Okay? Y'all just want to sit on this cast and take up space. You don't want to do your work. And Dr. Francis pointed out, Tiffany, you have some codependency issues. You have some issues with you being neglected as a child. You were adopted. So that's why you don't like to be alone. Tiffany admitted that on the show. She doesn't like to be alone. That's why she's having this baby, because her child is growing up and Lewis's child is growing up. They about to be grown, and her and Lewis about to be empty nesters. You have a codependency issue, sweetie, and you went out and got pregnant instead of fixing that issue. So you made it worse. Okay, Carlos, I don't need to see these people no more. Okay, we don't need no more toxicity on this cast. And as far as Tiffany being at the retreat, let me say this, Tiffany, like I said before, you full of it, because we saw you waiting on Marceau and Tisha to get there. Remember, Maurice and Kimmy was already there. And you said, because you was done with your call, but you was waiting out in that room. Right? You was, well, the other couple ain't here yet, so I'll just wait. Because even Lewis had to come in and check on you to see what was taking you so long. So she kept trying to defend, well, I told them that I had a call I had to take. Girl, you could have wrapped that call up and got right back out there. You didn't do that. Okay? Stop it. Big Lou gets to talking about his storyline of wanting more sex from Tiffany, and, you know, they told everybody they're pregnant. Good. I'm not going to get off into that. Like I said, these people need to go. Last but not least, we got Kimmy. She was diagnosed with breast cancer. She talked about the roller coaster of dealing with that, how Maurice has supported her. Carlos mentioned how his mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and that's why, you know, he was so happy and grateful that Kimmy chose to share her story on the show. Kimmy said she was very reluctant to, you know, share her journey because this is very personal and it's very vulnerable. And I understand everything that Kimmy was saying. To me, she still did a good job contributing to the show this season, unlike people that actually got their health destiny. But honey, that's a story, honey, for another day. Kimmy also talked about all the chemo treatments she's had to complete. I think recently she has rung the bell and she's done with her chemo, thank God, and she's healthy. Carlos mentioned how good she was looking at the reunion, and she did. You could see Melody crying, and, you know, I didn't see Tiffany crying or anything. Not saying she had to, but I was just looking at Tiffany like, girl, how do you not cry? Carlos was crying about his mom, honey. Carlos, you had everybody in tears, honey, okay? But he was just really trying to encourage women to, you know, get their mammograms. If you feel a lump, you know, get to the doctor and, you know, take care of yourself, because a lot of Black people do not like going to the doctor. So that is it, you guys, of this Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. That is all, honey, Miss Robinson got to say about that, honey. Y'all get down in these comments. Let me know how you felt about this here video. Tell me your favorite part of the reunion, worst part, okay? Just put it all out there, honey, in those comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out in the next video.